What's happening, everybody? Vanessa Simpson here again. Hello, happy Wednesday. I hope you've had a powerful day, because let me tell you, the fluctuations of energy is just it's so interesting, right? Because you can be in one state in one moment, and then all of a sudden something happens and you go into a different state. And what's so funny about this is that this could be considered bipolar. And to start this discussion, I want to talk to you about that mental illness, bipolar mental illness. And, my perception on mental illness has nothing to do with being a mental illness. It all starts spiritually. It all starts energetically. That you thought something happened to you. Perhaps it's from a past life, perhaps it's this life, and it stayed within you and manifested physically. And there you have a physical manifestation of disease, disharmony in the body, mind, and spirit. And so bipolar, just a fun fact, bipolar, you're just sensitive to energy. You are just sensitive to energy. That, I was experiencing some negative vibes earlier today, and it was really it was weighing heavy. And then all of a sudden something happened, I'm switched, and now I'm riding cloud 9. And some doctors would tell me, you're unstable, you need medication, right? We need to change our biochemistry because we have this instability. When it definitely has nothing to do with that. It has to do with a spiritual, a spiritual instability where you're working on that balance, that harmony within yourself, and cleansing and clearing. I mean, there's so much that goes on. And so if you've been diagnosed with a mental illness, I definitely want to know. And please message me if you feel called, because I've worked with schizophrenia. I've had schizophrenia myself. I've been through that whole shebang of depression and anxiety and, OCD and all these things. And it all comes down to energy and spirituality. That's where it begins. And that's why our mental health industry, it has such a hard time in healing this with medications that you just create more symptoms, right? So I just kind of went off on a tangent, but I felt like it was important to discuss. And there are different versions of bipolar. I'm bipolar because I had multiple spirits in me. See, there's multiple very esoteric reasons, energetic reasons of why some mental illnesses would be within your field. So you get to the root just like anything else, and you clear it. Begin the healing process, the reprogramming process. So now I would like to discuss with you guys, discovering your unique soul purpose begins with finding fulfillment in you. So you all know that my biggest message is purpose, right? If you feel the purpose of your existence, everything starts to make more sense, and you don't feel like you're here for nothing. Or, I've been there. I've been in the space of totally lost sense of self, felt like I had no purpose for being here, no meaning to life. So why am I here, and what's the deal? Am I really here to pay my bills, retire, and die? Or is there more to this? And I'm here to tell you that there's absolutely more to it when you open yourself up to it. If you're a creator of your reality, you get to create, and you get to choose where you create from. And that day that I chose, all right, universe, I don't know what I believe in at this point when I was 18, but I would like a purpose that is much bigger than myself. And from that day on is when my life changed forever. It's that question that I asked. And what I've been coming to is that you have to find this purpose within yourself, not attached to anybody else. not attached to anybody else. That yes, it's okay to find purpose and fulfillment in serving others, but just you existing and experiencing yourself. Spiritual teachers talk about this, of being the witness to your life, so you're not so reactive, right? So witnessing yourself and finding peace, harmony, and love and joy and fulfillment and purpose in that, of just existing. From that point forward, my friends, you will thrive when you start serving others. It's just going to, you're going to be so fulfilled when you start serving others, because you're coming from a place of already being fulfilled and abundant within yourself, just existing. Just existing, being you is enough. And then all of a sudden you get these gifts that you cannot just help yourself, but help others with also. And you add more sense of purpose to your life. How profound is that? How profound is that? That you finding fulfillment, purpose, and meaning, just you existing without anything or anyone, is simply enough. And then everything else, it's so abundant. It's so abundant serving others because your cup is so filled that you just naturally do it. And so that's why in our process and with my coaching clients, you go through a very intensive filling your cup. 6 weeks of filling your cup. It really depends on the person, depending on the client, of course. But we spend a lot of time in your healing process, because if you want to go and serve others, we need to make sure it's coming from a place of abundance, authentic empowerment. And then we go and create from that space, not a space of needing or feeling obligated or not having clarity or direction. You're coming from a place of knowing yourself, and you just want to share and be you and live your purpose, live your soul mission. And so that's why our clients at Fifth Dimension Therapy get such beautiful results, because you go through an intensive healing process and you learn tools for when, life does throw you off the wagon sometimes, and you have these tools to then rebalance yourself, center yourself, and serve from that place, and only that place. Only create from inspiration. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine creating from a place of just pure inspiration because your cup is so overjoyed and overfilled? I'd love to know what you would create from that space. Put it in the comments, send me a message, let me know if this is something that you're interested in. And I'd love to talk to you guys more about it. I do offer a free call to really see if this is something for you, if it's something that you're ready for, because not everyone's ready for that process, right? It's very transformative, and it's one of those things that you have to be ready for, and you won't make excuses for. You're not at a place to make excuses for yourself. It's like, I'm ready for this, let's go. I love you guys so much. You're all amazing. And then Ombre says, yes, I filled my void with me. That's perfect. That's beautiful. That's what we have to do. Otherwise, we end up drained. So I love you guys so much. You're all amazing. And keep being you and only you.